Littered across every vanilla server, you'll find the exact same 2x2 design. Since Rust began, it's been the go-to for anyone who just needs something quick and easy to last a weekend. But personally, I can't stand the sight of these outdated boxes.
No, don't look. Don't look. Look away. What is that?
So in this video, we're going to bring it up to 2022 with vastly improved mobility, defense, and higher raid cost. But don't worry, it's still dead simple to build. It doesn't require a bunker or any external TCs. Now you see the build cost and upkeep on the screen, easily obtainable for a duo, trio, a quad, or even a spoon kid. But if that's still too pricey for you, attaching the shooting floor to a couple of externals will lower the upkeep even more. And if you want to go all out, it's easy and cheap to expand. Check out the sanctuary code in the description. Oh yeah, remember to like, subscribe, and ring that bell to stay up to date with all my latest videos. Now for a quick tour of the vanilla 2x2. Running in through the main entrance, you can see we have excellent visibility all around the front of the base. Running up the roof to the second floor, there's a chute to access the floors above, and plenty of space for loot and furnaces. Dropping down to the core, there's room for at least 4 bags, and a bunch more storage and deployables. Swapping out the usual triangle airlock for a second floor jump up greatly increases the raid cost. Going up the chute will bring you onto the third floor. Up here you've got space for 4 beds, a couple of lockers, and some other useful stuff. The secondary chute leads back down to the other entrance, but not to the second floor, to increase the raid cost of TC, which is about 23 rockets. Both chutes give access to the third floor bedrooms, shooting floor, and the roof. As you can see, the shooting floor offers vastly improved peeking angles compared to the door peaks in the original design, and is extremely quick to build. You can run around the entire perimeter with ease, and there are 2 entrances back into the base. Going back up the chute, we have retakes on both sides, and 2 very simple airlocked roof exits. The top of the base is surrounded by outward facing roofs, making it impossible to ladder up and also gives some extra angles around the outside. In summary, this base is designed to be as cheap and simple as possible for players who want something fun to live out of that doesn't take all wipe to build. Feel free to modify it however you wish to suit your needs. Commence the build by putting down a 2x1. In this tutorial, I'll be using final grade materials throughout, but each piece is easily accessible, so upgrade when you can. Remember to use double doors so you can upgrade to garage doors later. To expand, add another square. And when you have enough resources, add another. Put a twig half wall at the back and the floor at half height, so you could put a shelf in the TC room. Then remove these pieces and replace them with a wall. Add another 3 walls on top for the roof exit. If you don't have a garage door just yet, use a furnace or a wet bench for a jump up. Once you have your garage door, remove the furnace and add a floor at half height. Next, I recommend sealing in the second floor to make it more difficult to go deep. Once you place all the walls, build a door here, and then seal in the roof. Next, build a loot room in this square, with another shelf next to it. When the second floor is complete, jump down and make a more permanent entrance. To do this, place a triangle roof on this stone foundation. When you have some more resources, add honeycomb. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm trying to negate the triangle splash bug by making sure the triangles attach to the outer walls. More information in the description. After that, add more honeycomb to each side. Again, placing the triangle floor pieces on top correctly. This will ensure that the first 2 floors can't be splashed. These inside walls can stay stone, they just negate splash. Next, do the same for the opposite side of the base. The back of the base should mirror the front, so just place 2 pieces of honeycomb, like so. Next, going to expand the entrance on the front of the base. Place a square in front of the roof, and then put a door on the front, then 2 wall frames on the side. Fill them with shop fronts if they don't require any blueprints, and replace the front door with an armoured one if you manage to stumble across it. Next, surround this floor with walls. Fill in the ceilings on the sides. Then add another piece of honeycomb, and build the jump up to the 3rd floor. Complete the 3rd floor exit with a half wall and a low wall on top, which will act as our shooting floor retake, and then expand the jump up to the 4th floor. Now do the same for the opposite side of the base, adding a triangle and another square, shop fronts on the sides and a door on the front. And our door on this entrance is not necessary. And after that, expand it in the same way as we did the other side. This was made before the new update when you can't rotate roofs, that's why I'm using twig to jump up to the 2nd floor. Make sure you seal the honeycomb on the right hand side, so it's a more expensive raid cost 2TC. And then finish off the chute in exactly the same way as we did before. When you're happy with that, add honeycomb to the sides. Next, we're going to complete the 3rd floor bedrooms. Put 2 walls either side. Then put another wall here, where the locker will go, and then a shooting floor entrance next to the chute. Then we can seal in the roof. Put a single door here with a locker behind, and the same for the opposite side. Put a dividing wall in the middle with a garage door to separate the bedrooms. You can put more doors around if you wish. Next, go over to the chute and jump up onto the roof, where we're going to build the roof exits now. Put a frame in the middle to support this back wall. Put walls around, and then a door on one side and a window on the other. Don't forget you can actually make this an airlock by adding another single door if you prefer. Then repeat this step on the opposite side of the base. If you feel that one roof exit is enough and you want to save a little bit of cost, just build the one on the main entrance chute. Next, we're going to drop down to the ground and build the shooting floor. This is extremely simple, just build up by 3 twig square foundations. Remove the first 2, then build back towards the base with a series of triangles like so, making sure the ones shown are upgraded to metal so they can't be soft-sided. Then from this metal triangle, build a twig square, a triangle, a square, and a triangle. upgrade the triangles, and remove the squares. It's that simple. Then do this again on the other side. When finished, your foundations will look like this. Next, join them together with frames. Put up by 2 frames on every triangle. These ones here need to be metal as they're close to the base and might get damaged by splash. Now you can either build an external TC or connect it to the base. If you want them connected to an external, you have to build up by another 3 twig squares and then a triangle at the end to place your TC. But if you're that lazy, or you don't have the space to build an external, just connect it to the base with 1 wall frame and 2 square floor frames. Now it's all connected and nothing's decaying. We're going to repeat this step on the opposite side of the base. I'm going to speed this part up as it's exactly the same. And when that's all done, again, connect it to the base with 1 wall frame and 2 floor frames. Also remember to put 1 more frame on top of each entrance to help support the shooting floor. Next, go up onto the 2nd floor honeycomb and attach metal triangles to all of these wall frames. And put a square here above each entrance. Don't worry about the gaps in the middle yet, we'll do those afterwards. The gap in the middle, place a square, making sure it attaches to the base itself, as this gives better angles. And then surround this whole floor with windows. After you've done that, add ceilings around the entire shooting floor, as shown. Above each entrance, put a ramp. This will give you some nice extra angles to peek from. And on this side and the opposite side, I recommend putting 2 more wall frames and doors to segregate the shooting floor, in case any raiders manage to get in. And last but not least, we're going to place roofs all around the outside of the top floor. With a new update, you'll actually be able to rotate the roofs to place them, so it'll be a lot easier. For this I'm using square roofs all the way around. But to give you some extra cheeky angles, use a triangle here. And lastly, another triangle roof in this spot. And the base is done. So I hope you like the base and have a lot of fun living out of it. Feel free to join the Discord in the description and you can show me any modifications you made to it. All the best. Cheers.